Shalom, Brother Kadash. I just want to jump straight into it. Just to kind of clear up some things. It's like a lot of videos that's getting made on me. Um, I just, man, I didn't been called everything. I didn't been called an agent, weird, this and that. Some things that maybe I should be called, unruly or proud or stuff like that, But it's like extra, because brothers saying they got the spirit of the Lord on them, right? But then they're saying I'm an agent. So I mean that don't match up because I'm not an agent. So that would be false. Nobody has proven that I'm an agent. I'm learning a lot of things. It's like, this is how Israel works? Like this is how it is in Israel. Like we could just go put something on somebody without proof. We could just say, well, feels like an agent, So I'm gonna call it an agent, just because it feels like it. I'm gonna call him an agent just because it's agent-like behavior. It could be any type of behavior. It could just be the behavior for the fact, like the brother said, like, he don't know the order or something like that. It could just be that, but instead you guys want to put agent on me, and then other brothers is bandwagoning on me that never even met me, that never even talked to me. You're taking a situation that you're just looking in on and getting an opinion on based off another brother's opinion. So it's like mob. It's like a gang. It's like gang activity. Like you ganging up. You just going off his thoughts. Nobody, people ain't asked me. People aren't getting the details of why this or why that. So I see like a lot of brothers is kind of mad like how I responded when that brother asked me. I explained the reason why I responded that way to that brother. That was like something personal just between me and him. Not that I have any hate for him or dislike him or did anything to him. Guys are making it seem like I'm just coming, all right, boom, and now I'm trying to sow discourse and I'm trying to attack GMS or something like that. I was never trying to attack GMS. I was trying to help. I was trying to be a part of GMS. I would say that. Try to be with GMS. I would say that I teach the doctrine of GMS. So all the things you brothers are saying, you got to teach. You got to do this. Be in spirit. I would say I am in that. I would say I help uphold GMS in a way. I'm not saying like I'm anybody to say that. I'm just saying that I'm a part of it, at least in a spiritual way, right? In a spiritual way, just because I have the same spirit, and maybe I need to correct some things, right? I need to correct some things. But as far as the doctrine, teaching the doctrine, going out on the highways and byways, putting the video, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, the Lord name, all those things, brothers is forgetting when they're putting that slander on me. They're forgetting to mention that, hey, but he does these things. He does these things, and then I take the name GMS off, right? And then brothers still say, oh, well, the spirit, I'm going to give credit to the spirit that he put it off, but you don't want to give no credit to me. So, I mean, what do y'all want to do? I mean, what do y'all want to do to me? What do y'all want me to do? I mean, okay, you say, well, then move forward, but you brothers is making videos on me. How can I move forward, right? All right, some brothers came on there that I actually talked to, right? They said they had to say to me that led to me taking the GMS off my name, right? Said move forward. So how am I supposed to move forward? Now all these brothers that don't even know me or I don't even know, right? That's supposed to treat me like a brother, whether if I'm in GMS or not, whether if they say I did wrong or not. What's that in Matthews where the Lord said how many times should you forgive your brother? 7 times 70, right? So where's the forgiveness? You guys was mad that I had GMS on my name, right? So I took GMS off my name, right? So where's the forgiveness at? It's still now it's okay. He take it off, but he a spy. You see, so now everybody putting that image on me that I'm a spy, man. Like, and the thing is, like, I understand why brothers is mad. I say that, but putting GMS on your name is not a sin according to the law. So you guys are mad at me about man's tradition, okay? And then you could take that and say, well, it is a sin to be proud. It is a sin to do this and do that. I could understand that, which I admit that I have to work on those things, right? But I didn't offensively go at anybody in any type of way. And that's kind of like the info that's going out there is almost like I offensively went at anybody. I never offensively went at anybody. I never went at anybody with any spy behavior. I never did anything to be a spy mean? Like, what's the definition of a spy? Like, or an agent, you know? We have to get that definition. I've never done any of those things. Like, I just, so going into why I put GMS on it then, because I never made this video, because I ain't want to expose, all right, this is Apostle to Horror page, right? I ain't want to speak. I was trying to show respect by not bringing a person into something, right? Anybody could come ask you any question. Does that mean that you got to bring somebody into it? Bring somebody else that's not there to speak or say anything, you bring them into it. So no, I said, look, the top guy, go ask him. This all could have been did different if he would have just went and asked the top guy, hey, did you get this guy permission to say to put GMS on his name, right? Then the apostle could have said, no, I did not mean that by what I said. And he could have came back and said, look, he said no. And then I would have took it off like, okay, I had it wrong. That's what I perceived from this what's on your screen. Now he could have came back. Now apostle could say, yeah, he's good. Then he could have came back and said, okay, yeah, he said you good. It's not that I was going around order. I'm not a part of GMS, right? So I don't know. Oh, I gotta reach out to this guy, reach out to that guy, reach out to this guy and that guy. I don't know that. I didn't reach out to the brother at St. Louis because the little few we had. Now you could say, you can mention anything about what happened at that camp down there. Some of the main facts that we have to be mindful of is that I was allowed to come down there for a year, so it wasn't all just bad. They're highlighting the things that they're saying is bad now because they want to paint that image, I guess. But even other than that, right? The truth, the 100% truth, because I know like GMS like to deal with truth, right? Truth over feelings. I'm seeing like a lot of brothers and their feelings. That's why they're making the videos, because they feel some type of way. But if we deal with the truth is, after that camp or whatever, the last time we had a camp, we had a talk. We went our separate ways. That's the truth, right? And since that time, this was years ago, right? So this isn't something that just happened. Oh, he just came into the camp, he did this and did that, now he's doing this and doing that. No, this was years ago. I never said anything bad about, on the offensive, I never said anything bad about anybody. I never went at anybody. I never tried to do anything bad in any type of way to anybody, anyone. That's a fact. I just went and I kept making the videos and I started up my own camp and going and doing the camp, you know, on my own, because I had to, you know. I couldn't just, all right, no, all right, I'm not going out to that camp no more. Partially because I did move too. So now I just stopped with the truth. Like, so I kept doing the truth and this for years. Never did anything to nobody. So like, that's a fact. So me putting the name GMS came from this, right? So so you guys got context. This is not about being an agent or anything. And I didn't go over anybody's order. It's just I always come and ask apostle questions, like doctrine questions, like what does this mean? What does that mean? Is this meaning this? Is this meaning that? So that was the same place that I went to ask another question, right? And all I said Shalom, elder, apostle, right? So brothers is saying like he don't want to follow no order. He want to do things his way. I would ask how is that the case when I'm literally asking, you know, somebody in GMS a question. So I'm asking a question of how and permission. How do you do this? How do you do that? That's not me just being on my own and saying, okay, I'm gonna call myself GMS, right? Which really GMS is not. To call yourself a GMS, you guys can be mad about it, but that's not a sin though, according to the law. So I thought we dealt with the law. I didn't know Israel did this whole ganging up stuff, especially when it's something that ain't. Now you could say the proud stuff, and you could put that on me. Anybody could put that on any brother. Anybody could put that on anybody. You know, they say that about all the leaders. They're proud. They're this. They're that. You know, Vocab Malone could put that on any brother. You know what I mean? If that's just your feeling. But I just want to make these things clear. Like I said, Shalom, elder, apostle, right? Can you join GMS? We've been calling ourselves GMS. I'll look this up. This is a fact, right? I live in Springfield, Illinois. The middle school I went to is called Grant Middle School. So we was calling, we go to GMS. We're students of GMS. We've been saying that since we grown up. This is like, of course, stuff that wouldn't nobody know. But if I'm lying, because everybody it's making it seem like I'm an agent. I'm just lying about everything. Don't even ask or inquire like, are you lying about this? Just yeah, he's lying. I believe he's lying, right? So look up if there's a Grant Middle School that goes by GMS in Springfield, Illinois. It's not a sin to use GMS. When I type in GMS on YouTube, there's other churches out there that goes under the name GMS. So I get it. Brothers is mad about the tradition, right? But this is the thing. Let me read it. Let me get through this. I said, Shalom, Elder Apostle. Can you join GMS if you already have a camp in a city where there is no GMS camps? So I think like I would like to take that in consideration. You know, I asked if you a camp where there is no GMS camps, right? I live in Springfield, Illinois. Now I was going to the St. Louis camp because I was living there during that time, right? Now, if there was a GMS camp in Springfield, Illinois that was set up, we would be down there doing the work just like all the rest of the brothers. We would be attending that camp, trying to get in, or proving ourselves just like all the other brothers. We wouldn't be out there on our own. So it's not the fact that I could go to a camp and there's a camp here, but I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing just to do my own thing and come in a different way. It's not that I'm choosing to come in a different way. It's just the fact that we are in a city where there is no camp, so we've been holding it down. So I was trying to get that clarification from the apostle. It says, or is there other ways it has to be done? So I even wanted to expound on my question to say, or is there other ways it has to be done? Now, brothers then told me pretty much what those other ways are. Now, you have to do this. You got a manager in the region, well, a leader in the region. You have to get permission. You got to work this, or whenever the spirit come on brothers to say you could be a part of it. We got the BAM. That's what the answer that I thought was going to happen. I thought, the apostle will respond to me and say, you got to go to a camp that's closest to you, right? Now, now you got to check my character out, right? So if the apostle would have said that, how do you guys know that if he wouldn't said you got to go to Chicago camp and report to them and see whatever they say? How you guys know that I wouldn't have done that? Of course we would have done that. We love to do it if we could, So, but this is the answer that he gave me. Right? So I don't know if you have it in your heart, if you just looking at me as an enemy, you know what I mean? But if you have in your heart to say, okay, he's wrong, but I see this is where he got his understanding from. Right? He's not just making it up. He got an understanding, but we believe it's the wrong understanding. Right? It says then he responded 4 minutes, a couple minutes after 10 minutes, 12 minutes after I posted that, he said, if you call yourself GMS, you are a follower of GMS. So I was trying to figure out what that means, because it's kind of like a parable, kind of like how Yahushua say things and you got to figure it out, right? But the parable, kind of like wheat and tares parable, you got to figure these things out. So yeah, I'm a young man trying to understand things. Like I said, we really on our own, so there's no elder that I could go back to my camp and say, what does this mean? So we trying to figure it out on our own. So I took it as, if you call yourself GMS, like if the man had a problem with you calling yourself GMS, he would say, he would never say if you call it. That's how I took it. You can't call yourself GMS. You can't put GMS. Just like all the brothers are saying. We got to order. You can't call yourself GMS. But he said, look, if you, like, what does the word you means? The word you is well, he's talking about me, the guy that asked the question. If you call yourself GMS. So I took that to mean, like, okay, if I call myself GMS, it's not a problem. You are a follower of GMS. Which I believe the word member kind of goes into similar to follower or something, I'm of GMS, right? So he said if you call, so that's the whole thing that got me. It was like, if you call yourself GMS. So I took that because who was I supposed to? He didn't give me instructions to go talk to this guy, go talk to that guy about it. So he pretty much left it up to me. Like, look, if you call yourself GMS. So it wasn't that I was being self-willed. It was like, he left it up to me to perceive it. He told it to me. If you call yourself GMS. So I sat down and had to think about it, like, Okay, if I call myself GMS, so maybe you don't have a problem if we call ourselves GMS. You know, I was kind of scratching my head too because I was like, man, okay, so shouldn't I be like probably like connected or have to report to somebody or something like that? I thought that after a while too, you know, but you could say I did I went by it the wrong way, but I was sincere. I did ask a question and get an answer, and I went based off that answer. I ain't want to answer that, brother, because the answer that I got from Apostle Tahar was an answer between me and him. Now I understand guys saying you can't just go to the heads and just everybody. A lot of people go to the heads and ask questions. So it was just a question that I was asking. He could have gave me any answer. He could have said, "Look, you can never be a part of GMS." He could have said that, and I would have had to accept that. But I just went off the answer that I got. So I was being sincere about it. This is not agent activity because we're talking about a camp in a city where there is no GMS camps. So what agent, FBI, CIA, what agent you know is just gonna go set up a camp of agents and just do the truth and actually be out there diligent doing the truth, but aren't agents supposed to try to get amongst brothers to spy on them? They said spy, right? Aren't spies supposed to try to get amongst you to spy on you to get information and stuff like that? That's not the case here. We weren't trying to spy, be anybody's business or anything like that. We just asked him like, man, look, how could we be a part of GMS? We in a different city. We got a camp in this city. How could we be a part of GMS? You know, just like if there's a GMS in Canada or something like that. You know, how did those brothers become part of GMS? I don't know. I could be wrong, but maybe they was out there doing the work and maybe they asked somebody and over time they got the say so from somebody, right? That they could call themselves GMS. You know, so I don't know, man. Like the point of me bringing this up is just to say, look, I was sincere about it. You could agree or not. The whole spy stuff, man, that's random. You know, because I've been around for like shit. I've been doing camp for damn near 2 years on my own. I was going out to the St. Louis camp for a year. Out of those 3 years, I don't know what spy activity I did. What did I do to spy on anybody? I mean, that's just a whole nother thing, you know. But I just got to be humble about the situation, you know. And ask for forgiveness, you know. And everything. I already took the name off and already said I already admitted to my problems. So it's like, what is the rest of this for? Like what do y'all want from me now? Like, damn, like we supposed to be brothers, but I guess you guys don't look at like members that's not a part of GMS as brothers. So it's like, fuck it, we could bang on him. You know what I mean? We could bang on him. He ain't part of GMS, but I just ask you to really ask yourself, like, is that the way that Yahweh Shai would have did it? Because we still Israelites, we're still the same blood. You know what I mean? We have the same Lord too. So it's like, and I am pushing the same doctrine as y'all and doing the same works as y'all. So it's like you can't see past that or of the difference of who's in the camp and who's out of the camp to make a judgment like he's still a brother, so let me at least respect the fact that he's a brother and not just go slander his name and call him a spy and this and that. You know, now if you want to say he's out of order, I could take that. I have to take that. If you want to say he's proud, I have to take that. Right? I have to take those things. But to call me a spy where there's no proof. There's no proof of it. You could just say I feel it in my spirit. And I would say on the other end of that, of course, I would say, well, then your spirit will have to be wrong because I'm not a spy. It would have to be wrong. Brothers calling me weird and stuff like that. Like, what is weird about going out on the highways and byways and teaching the truth? What is weird about everybody thinks we're weird. They think not just me being weird. The same brother that's calling me weird activity. There's thousands of people that think you're weird. Everybody thinks we're weird because we're the Hebrew Israelites. We're out there on the highways and byways with garments on. People walking up down the street think we're all weird. I mean, no, brothers, is weird. People, when you came from the being regular man, regular life and stuff, all your old friends that see your videos, they think you weird, man. I done had people come in my inbox like, man, what happened to you? You got into all that religion stuff. Like, pretty much saying, yeah, you on some weird stuff, bro. You supposed to be a gangster or something like that. I didn't have people say that. Everybody think we're weird, so I thought like, damn, brothers will understand that. It ain't nothing weird about it. It's just I'm not in a GMS camp. I'm not going to a GMS camp, so I'm not trying to be tough or be this top guy, but I have to stand on my own because we're standing on our own. I can't be out there and just be, we're on our own out there. I have to represent, I have to support what we got going on. Just like you guys are all supporting GMS and coming at the defense, and you guys are so sturdy on it and you're not playing no games about it, even if somebody just put GMS in their name. You got to think about me being on the outside. I have to be sturdy for what I have going on too, because that's what the Lord gave me. The Lord gave us the spirit to go out there and start building our own camp. That's what the Lord gave us. So we have to defend that too, right? Now, brothers want to say a fault against me, I could take those, but now when you saying I'm a spy, now you kind of like putting that slander on everything I got going on. But we say that we're spiritual, so the spiritual part is everything that I do got going on, the Lord gave me this. He gave me this portion to have these things going on, right? So now you're saying, now if I'm not a spy, right? If I'm not a spy, but you're calling me a spy, that would make all those brothers wrong, right? So then the question is do those brothers put the work in to figure out, let's figure out if he's a spy. If the case come out that he's not a spy, let's apologize. Would they do that? No, because I'm not a GMS member. So there's a different rule there's a different law, statutes, and commandments for GMS members and non-GMS members. That's not the case, right? So if you're gonna call me a spy, don't just call a brother a spy. Like, I can't just fault a brother for something that I'm looking on the outside, looking in on. Don't really have all the details. Didn't get his side of the story. Put a label on that brother, right? And then just say that's just how my spirit feels. And then if he's not one, then he's acting like one. You know what I mean? But you putting that name on me, now it's kind of like okay, so you don't have to repent then. Cause wouldn't that be falsely accusing? I mean, am I wrong? Calling a brother a spy. There's many brothers that came on the comment board and conversate with me, which is what led to me taking the name GMS off my name, and they didn't call me no spy. They said you proud, or you don't know the order and stuff like that. I have to take that. I have to eat that, right? But they didn't call me a spy. You see what I'm saying? So if you do call me a spy, does a law, statute, and commandment, do I have to read it? You know, you're not supposed to falsely accuse. That's in the first 10, right? You're not in the book of Exodus. You're not supposed to falsely accuse the brother. So saying that I'm a spy is falsely accused. I only say that to the brother. Where I don't know this brother. He live all the way in LA. But the apostle, he never directly called me a spy. He just made a video on that video, kind of expounding on it, but he never directly said, yeah, this guy is a spy. So I watched the video. But I mean, I don't really know what more to say. But yeah, because when you put that energy out there, then I got other people coming on my channel, you know, with gamer channels, and they saying, nah, I don't believe you. They think I'm a spy, right? So, I mean, man, I thought brothers were like, even if I'm going off, brothers were like, want to help me be better in a case. If you're going to make a video, you have the energy to make a video. Why not just make an edifying video for me to learn from? So is it just like brothers want to destroy me? Like, where are we going to get with this? I mean, like, what is going to happen to me? You know, I'm just still going to go out to camp. If the Lord continue to put the spirit on me to go out to camp, praying the Lord don't take the spirit away from me. I'm still going to put the videos up. You know what I mean? These brothers wasn't really supporting me before. So now they're not supporting me. Okay, you marked me, but you wasn't supporting me before, you know? You wasn't supporting the channel or supporting me or giving me motivation before. So what's the difference that you're not fucking with me now? So what's the difference? You know, but to go on the offensive against me and put this spy label on me, I feel like that part is just over the top. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to make this video just to show where this all stems from, and just hopefully in your heart you could see where I got it from. That I wasn't just doing what I wanted to do. Wake up one day, I'm gonna call myself GMS. That I actually got it from somewhere. Where the reason why I called myself GMS, I didn't make the apostle respond that way. He chose to respond that way, and I just went based off that to try to figure out. Cause I ain't want to be. Could you expound on that? Could you break that down? What does this actually mean? I took it as, hey, you got to be spiritual. I'll go back and figure it out in the spirit what I mean by this, and that's what I tried to do. And I didn't think I would have to answer to everybody that comes and asks me a question. Okay, now I got to answer it to you. When I did answer, I did. I 100% did. Everybody that asked me, I answered. I said the top guy because I didn't want to put nobody name. That's like a street thing. You don't go around putting nobody name in nothing without their permission. You see, so somebody else come and ask you a third party about this person. If that person ain't there, you don't put their name in that. So that's what I was going off of. But I let you know who, the top guy, the top man, right? Go ask him. That's not disrespectful. So brothers is mocking me, saying the top guy, go ask him. It's not. You got to remember, this is over the comment board. It's not that I'm saying, it's not that I'm bucking up. It's the top guy, go ask him. No, I'm saying it in the sense of the top guy, go ask him. You want information, right? I'm not gonna give you the information on a guy in the third party that's not a part of this. If you asking me this, I'm not gonna give you that information because I don't have permission to be putting his name in anything. But I'll point you to the direction. The top guy, everybody knows who the top guy is. Just go ask him, right? And now I still could be wrong. You still could go. Let me go ask him. I go on this comment board. Hey, did you get this guy permission to call himself GMS? We just want to know. He said the top guy, go ask him. And then the apostle could have came back and said, no, I did not. It's not that I'm so on Discord. I'm not trying to put anybody against anybody. I never try to do that. Because I just put the name GMS on my channel after this. And I didn't go at anybody. I didn't go to anybody. I didn't try to get in anybody or try to do anything to anybody. I just had the name GMS on my title. Because I wanted to be a part of the brotherhood. I wanted to be a part of it. So I was being sincere. I just had the name GMS on my title. After I put the name GMS on my title, I didn't do anything offensively to nobody. Nothing. Didn't say anything offensively. Didn't boast in anything offensively. Nothing. But brothers took it offensive that I even had that name on there. And then brothers came to me asking questions. And I already broke down that whole thing. You know what I mean? So I kept the name GMS on there for like a day or two because I asked the apostle another question. Here, let me see if I could find it for you guys. Oh shit. Here, let me see. Man. This might be it right here. Right. See, this was 2 days ago. Maybe my thing didn't even let me pause it. So 2 days ago, I asked the apostle, Shalom apostle, long story short, I asked a question a couple weeks ago. I took from that it was okay for us in Springfield, Illinois to call ourselves GMS. So I did. Just wanting to know if I should take the GMS off the channel name or keep it. I asked you because you're the only one I know that can make the decision. So I asked him because he the one that gave me the answer he gave to me. So I asked him, should I take it off? So I was dealing with, if a person, let's say if, I don't know, man, I can't even make a example, right? If you're on a basketball team and a coach, you ask the coach a question, the coach tells you to do something, right? Now you got assistant coaches and stuff like that, right? And you got other members of the basketball team, right? The coach told you to do this, right? He told you to get the water out the bags. And then they say, look, you're not supposed to get the water out the bags yet. Well, before you not get the water out the bags, you're going to go and ask the coach, They saying not to get the water out of bags. You told me to do it. Should I still get the water out of the bags or not? You see, so that's why I was going off of. Let me confirm with him who had the been if he wants me. He could have responded back again and been like, yeah, go ahead and take it off. You tripping. You know, so but I still took it off for the brothers. You know, so it's not that I don't know any of the brothers to go and deal with them. So I just asked the apostle, like I said, I always ask questions, you know, but hey, I just hope you guys find it in your heart to forgive me about it. Um, you know, just I mean the name, I guess, having a name. And then the strife with me and that other brother, I mean, you guys are ganging up on me on it, but it's not a big thing. We ain't got no big problem. It's something small. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing anything to him. I already repented and forgave him for whatever I felt he did me wrong. And I tried to apologize and reach out to those guys. They made a video on it, but I don't know if they put in that video that, yeah, but Kadash did reach out to me and apologize for the things, for everything. I don't know if they said that in that video or not. And that was over a year ago, so we moved past it. You know, it isn't like a scripture that speaks about if a brother repents, you know, pretty much from a sin, you know, not to bring it up no more. So I did repent. I prayed to the Lord about it, and I repented to the Lord about a year and a half ago. And I told that brother, the brother Arad, I can't get in touch with Arad. I had Arad number and I called him. He didn't answer or call me back. Um, Took me off the group chat, and then I commented on one of his videos a long time ago, and he just deleted the comment. So how could I apologize or repent towards him when I was repenting? How could I do that when he cut off all access and opportunity and ways for me to do that? So the only way I was able to do it is I told another member that I had contact with, and I told him about it. Pretty much, that was it. You know, so that full story is not being shown. So brothers just saying, look, this guy wicked. He came down to the camp doing this, doing that. The brother wicked. He never apologized. He never moved past. This was years ago. You know, I'll probably come back with a part two if I could find that comment where I actually apologize for it.